But do you know what some U.S. senators did when they got early, secret warnings about this virus? They allegedly swiftly moved to profit on it.
4 U.S. senators now under fire for selling off millions of dollars worth of stocks.
Millions of dollars worth of stock.
Sold more than $1 million in stock in mid-February.
Right before the coronavirus pandemic crashed the market.
One of the first things they did after they found out just how bad the coronavirus would be during closed-door Senate briefings was sell a huge amount of stock right before the market tanked.
Democrat Dianne Feinstein and Republicans Richard Burr, Kelly Loeffler, and James Inhofe all dumped assets following a reportedly classified all-senators briefing at the end of January.
Senator Dianne Feinstein sold up to $6 million worth.
Now all 4 of the senators are denying any wrongdoing, and Senator Burr is calling for an ethics review of his own actions.
Senator Burr himself acknowledged he sold up to $1.7 million of his own stock right before the market crashed.
Now, maybe there's an honest explanation for what he did. If there is, he should share it with the rest of us immediately. Otherwise, he must resign from the Senate and face prosecution for insider trading.
This was after he'd been getting classified briefings. Burr now saying that he didn't do anything wrong in selling that stock. He says, quote, "I relied solely on public news reports to guide my decision regarding the sale of stocks."
Tonight, there are calls for Senator Richard Burr from North Carolina to resign.
You sold over $1 million in stocks in your own personal portfolio before the market went down. Were you trading on inside information about what was coming?
Well, I'm really glad you asked, Ed, because I do want to set the record straight. I've seen some of those stories, and it's absolutely false, and it could not be true.
Reporting that Senator Kelly Loeffler, who was a Republican from Georgia, and her husband sold stock on January 24th, the same day the Senate Health Committee received a briefing on coronavirus from the CDC.
If you actually look at the personal transaction reports that were filed, it notices at the bottom that I'm only informed of my transactions after they occur, several weeks.
In the Loeffler case, it's also an issue that not only did she sell stuff, but then she bought stuff, and one of the items she bought was to help people who have to work at home, software. What do you think?
It looks really bad. All 4 of them have different levels of sketchiness.
I'm wondering right now if you can say 1,000% that you did not provide any illegal information that would have benefited your stock portfolio in the midst of this crisis.
Absolutely certain. I have no involvement with the investment activities conducted by third-party advisors.
So you knew, I mean, wow, they're selling a lot of equities here. I want to put on our screen for our viewers a video that you released after you learned this.
The consumer is strong, the economy is strong, jobs are growing. Our president has done a fantastic job.
You said you looked at this and you spent all those years in business and you noticed that they're dumping retail, for example. Well, people weren't doing that. I mean, some were, but most weren't. And then you issued a video saying that the economy's totally fine. Do you, in retrospect, think maybe you should have hinted that maybe it's not fine, obviously? I mean.
And so I just want to set the record straight there that certainly I had no involvement. I tell you that the third-party advisors are the same ones that many Americans rely on for their investment advice. I have no involvement in these decisions. I don't have conversations with them about any of this. I trust the professionals that manage our portfolio. I don't get involved there. I don't have a say. I don't want to have a say. I want to focus on my work for Georgians. We should be talking about coronavirus right now.